I've been developing some images using ChatGPT, and although I ask ChatGPT to return them in 1920 by 1080 aspect ratio, it tends to give them back in 1536 by 1024. So that's not the size I need, and I need to resize them, but keep the content so that it matches what's already there. And that's something that Photoshop is really good at doing because we have the generative fill option in Photoshop. So I tend to resize things using Photoshop. And once I have my image, I just drop it into Photoshop and I go over to the crop tool. And here I go to the top bar and there's a drop down. Right now it's at original ratio. I'm going to switch that just to ratio and I'm going to put in what I want, which is 1920 by 1080. Here it's cutting into the image though. And that's not what I want. I want to make it larger so that I include everything that's in the image and more because I'm going to generative fill the extra space. So here I'm going to grab a corner and I'm going to pull it out. And as I do this, I can see that W and H. I can see what the width to height ratio is. And I want it at 1920 by 1080. So I'm going to pull it up. And this is the hard part. There, perfect. So I got it at 1920 by 1080. Now that I've got the 1920 by 1080 size and ratio, but the extra pixels, I'm going to move my image into the spot I want it. So I want the man to be standing in the very center of the image. So I'm going to move the image accordingly so that it's kind of centered. And what I want is generative fill to fill in both the left and the right and whatever little spaces at the top and bottom. And to do this, I'm going to go back to my top menu, go to the fill option, drop that down, hit generative expand, and then I'm going to hit that check mark. And there it'll give me a prompt. Now, if what you want is to generate something specific, like maybe bushes on the left-hand side or something like that, you would type it in here. But almost always, I just want to make my image a bit larger and extend out the sides. I don't really want to add anything new because I would have used ChatGPT for that. So I just leave this blank, hit generate. It takes a sec. And there you go. It actually looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not hating it. And now I've got the right aspect ratio for what I need. So this is cool. You can also go over to here on the side menu under properties and hit the other options. It's got a bunch to choose from and pick your favorite. I think this is my favorite, actually. I like that. Generative expand is great. In Photoshop, I already subscribed to the cloud, the Adobe Creative Cloud. So I have Photoshop. So even though there are other aspect ratio resizers and AI sites that you can use, lots of those require subscription. And since I already have this is great for me. So I hope that you guys found this useful. I don't expect it to be long before ChatGPT starts returning things in the size I ask for. But for now, this is a good option. And if you found it useful, please give me a like and check out my playlist in Photoshop where I have more tips and tricks. Thanks.